Long ago, a wicked hobgoblin created a magic mirror. This mirror made everything beautiful look ugly and everything bad look even worse. One day, the mirror shattered into billions of tiny pieces. These shards flew all over the world, entering people's eyes and hearts. In a big city lived two children, Kay and Gerda. They loved each other like brother and sister and spent their days in a beautiful rose garden. But one winter day, two shards of the mirror struck Kay. One entered his eye and the other pierced his heart. Suddenly, Kay felt cold and mean. Kay began to mock little Gerda and destroyed their lovely roses. He could only see flaws in everything around him now. One snowy day, a grand white sleigh appeared. In it sat the Snow Queen. She beckoned Kay, and he hitched his small sled to hers. The Snow Queen kissed Kay twice. The first kiss made him forget the cold, and the second made him forget Gerda and his home. They flew high into the sky, far away to the frozen north. Kay was gone, and everyone thought he had drowned in the river. But Gerda did not believe Kay was dead. She put on her red shoes and set out on a long journey to find her dear friend. The river carried Gerda far away. She asked the flowers and the birds about Kay, but no one knew where he had gone. Gerda reached an enchanted garden where an old woman lived. The woman wanted Gerda to stay forever and made her forget about Kay for a while. One day Gerda saw a rose and remembered Kay. She realized she had to keep searching and ran away from the magical garden. Next, Gerda met a helpful crow. The crow told her that a clever boy had married a princess in a nearby palace. Could it be Kay? Gerda crept into the palace and found the prince. But it wasn't Kay. Gerda wept, but the kind prince and princess decided to help her. They gave Gerda warm clothes and a golden carriage. She set off again, feeling hopeful that she was getting closer to Kay. But in the dark forest, a band of robbers attacked the carriage. They took everything and captured little Gerda. The little robber girl took Gerda to her cave. After hearing Gerda's story, the robber girl's heart softened. She decided to help. Her pet wood pigeons told Gerda that they had seen Kay in the Snow Queen's sleigh heading north to Lapland. The robber girl freed her reindeer and Gerda. Together, they raced across the icy plains toward the far north. They stopped at the home of a Lapp woman who gave them directions and sent them to a wise Finn woman even further north. The wise Finn woman told the reindeer that Gerda's power was already greater than any magic. It was her pure, innocent heart. Finally, Gerda reached the Snow Queen's vast and empty ice palace. The cold was biting, but her love for Kay kept her warm. Inside, she found Kay sitting on a frozen lake. He was blue with cold and didn't even recognize Gerda. He was solving a cold puzzle. Gerda ran to Kay and wept. Her hot tears fell on his chest, melting the lump of ice in his heart. Kay began to cry too. As Kay cried, the shard washed out of his eye. He remembered Gerda and hugged her tightly. Love had finally conquered the cold. The Snow Queen was away, and the two children quickly left the icy palace, heading back toward their warm home. On their way home, they met the reindeer and the robber girl again. Everywhere they walked, flowers began to bloom. By the time they reached their city, they had grown up. Yet, in their hearts, they remained as innocent as children. They sat in their rose garden once more. The sun was warm and the roses were in full bloom. They were home at last. The Snow Queen's cold magic was gone forever, replaced by the warmth of a friendship that would never fade. Remember, children, a pure heart and a brave soul can overcome even the coldest challenges in the world. And so Kay and Gerda lived happily ever after, cherishing their time under the bright summer sun. Always keep your love and kindness close to you, just like Gerda did for her friend Kay. The world is full of beauty when you look at it with a kind heart. Never forget that. The story of the Snow Queen is a reminder that no heart is too frozen to be melted by a single tear of love. This story was brought to you to fill your dreams with magic and wonder. Sweet dreams. Thank you for watching. Farewell.